Simon, here's the thing as we head into this one. I mean, I think it's a major statement tonight if Newcastle go there and win, as Dortmund did in the reverse fixture.
Yes.
But if Manchester City remain years away from overtaking the iconic world-leading brand of Manchester United, how much further are Newcastle? And I ask you that following the words I saw in the Telegraph from Dan Ashworth, Newcastle's sporting director. He says that breakup, the so-called Big Six, is the vision of this football club. The next number of years, the plan is to fight to get into the top six on a regular basis and compete for trophies. They want to be seen as a disruptor who stays in amongst them.
Yeah, and inevitably they will be. And they've already proven to be. They got into the top four last year. There's a distinct possibility they'll get into the top six this year. So with that in mind, they're achieving their end game. If your question is loaded towards when will they replace the iconic status of Manchester United, not for a generation, a significant period of time, in the same way that Manchester City have a challenge to do it. Their achievements, if you're asking me when did I think their achievements will eclipse some of the Big Six, and don't forget this Big Six is a moving feast. The Big Six, when the Premier League was started, included Everton. Yeah. So there's a different argument all the time. And it used to be the Big Four, now it's a Big Six, and somewhere along the line, it'll be the Big 20. So we get everybody in the Premier League because we've got to be inclusive in that sort of thinking. Look, I think Newcastle's achievements will get them in the next half a decade to the top of the table, which means that they might win a Premier League, they might win a Champions League, they might win an FA Cup and a League Cup. They're going to spend the money. They've got the resources to be able to do it. They've got the will to do it. It seems to me they've got the common sense and some of the talent around them. And whilst I wasn't an initial big admirer of Dan Ashworth, I thought he was a product of an environment. I have to concede, or more to the point, accept or embrace the idea that he's actually very good at what he does. And he's a very good recruiter of personnel.
You see, it's taken Manchester City long enough, and they're not there yet, to compete with Manchester United off the pitch. They're not there yet. They're nowhere near there yet.
No.
But Ashworth is talking about we've got to compete not just on the pitch but off the pitch as well with the likes of Manchester United.
He means economic recognition.
Right. They can do that, can they?
Well, there's a possibility.
They've got more money than God.
Well, yeah, they've got a ready-made audience of 36.5 million people in Saudi Arabia, right? Because that's the club, that's the nation that owns the club.
Yeah, and bottomless pockets.
And they've got, and if governance comes into place, those bottomless pockets will have less relevance, but they'll be able to potentially push out their envelope in the current climates. Look, will they exceed Manchester United and the imagery of Liverpool and Bayern Munich and Real Madrid and Juventus and Barcelona?
Will they?
No, not for a long time.
They've got a right chance. Will they do it before Manchester City do it?
They'll beat them on the pitch.
Will they do it before Man City do it?
I doubt it. They'll beat them on the pitch, but they won't beat them in the hearts and minds of what these brands, football clubs, represent. I don't like to call them brands because they're football clubs, but in the marketing world, in the world that you're talking about, which is the hearts and minds of people, rather than their achievements on the pitch. Yeah. No, not a chance. Not for a long time. You can't get past Man United and what they've represented to themselves and to society since 1958 onwards.
No one stays at the top forever.
No, but United are making a bloody good fist of it, irrespective of their pathetic performances on the pitch. And when United eventually get it right, which they will, and so will Chelsea come again. Maybe not in the 3 years that I said the other day, but I'll stick with it because I said it. The point is that Newcastle will arrive at the top table, and will they win things? I would be bloody surprised if they don't. Will they arrive at the top table when people look at marketing brands of football clubs and say, which one of these football clubs supersedes, elevates above football? Elevates above football. Barcelona elevates above football. Real Madrid elevates above football. Man United does. Who else? Liverpool maybe, but damn straight not Newcastle now, and not in any time in the future, and not Man City.
Well, when it comes to football, Newcastle's task in hand is to win in Dortmund tonight. It's live on talkSPORT 2. I sincerely hope that they do. Someone suggesting there, Simon, that referring to the King's speech, me referring to the King as Charlie Boy, that's any hope of my knighthood.
Disrespectful.
Gone up in smoke. But I didn't think I was going to get one anyway. I wasn't banking on it. MBE possibly, CBE maybe, OBE,
with a number one best-selling book, you might have a better chance.
That's true. I'm surprised you've never had an honour after your name yet. After everything you've achieved in business.
I think so too.
I'm going to have a word with Lord Archer. He's a man. I'll give him a call after this. Good luck to Newcastle tonight and the rest of the team. Celtic, of course, and Manchester City in the Champions League tonight. Good luck to them all. That's the kind of mood we're in.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.